right? I basically put everything here, so you don't have to go to another module for any teacher materials, except for the common codes and standards. For example, the most commonly used lighting codes and standards, I put all of them in a separate module. That means you may have to access this module frequently if you want to check the codes and standards. Okay. So chapter 1, I already put the PowerPoint slides here. I used the code lib22400 because this is secured PDF. So let me show you what you need to do. For example, when you open it, it will ask you to have a code. The code is in capital letters, I believe. Okay. Still opening right now. Or maybe I can open it from here. Yeah. So if you open it from downloaded file site, you use lib2-2400. Then you can have the access. Okay. So is that simple? Right. Okay. The lib2-2400 is exactly the custom we meet every week, so you won't forget it. But I'm not going to use that PDF version. I'm going to use my PowerPoint slide actually during my presentation in class. So you don't have to wait for my PowerPoint slide. You can always access the PowerPoint slide from that PDF first. Then we can have some, no, this one, sorry. We can have some discussions when we have the class in person. Okay. So this is, for example, this is my first slide, Italian concept, right? So I'm going to use PowerPoint slide, not the PDF. PDF is only for your wake-up. Okay. Right. So let me go back to my syllabus here. I mean modules here before I jump in the syllabus. And the second item here will be a textbook. And I already uploaded a PDF version of the textbook, so you can feel free to download and use it anywhere. We do have this book in my lab, I believe. If you want to check the physical book, you can also check it out. Okay. We also have a copy in the library. You can also use that one. Okay. We do have a new version of the textbook. I participated in the editing and completion of this book myself. The latest version I just purchased through the library, and hopefully they will put it on the shelf available to you very soon. Okay. And then chapter 1 online quiz, like we did before. And then take home assignment, A1 will be here. And we also have a few like example lighting projects in the Word. I'll ask you, each one of you, to pick one and then to read. So that's the chapter 1. Bless you. All right. So I'm going to open my syllabus. For you, you can just come here to open your syllabus, and then you will be fine. Okay. I'm going to leave my student view so I can access a bit more conveniently. This is my instructor's view, but I'm going to open my syllabus from my PowerPoint slide. I already did. Okay. All right. Do you see my course syllabus on this extended view? And I hear a background noise somewhere. If you are not muted, maybe you can mute till you have the necessity to speak up, then you can unmute yourself. Okay. Right. So course syllabus for this year, we have office hour, but it's not a scheduled time. So whenever you need to meet with me, you can either stay after the class a bit longer, talk with me in classroom, in person, or you can schedule a Zoom meeting with me using this classroom 750. exactly the same one you are using right now. So we can talk online. For example, if I'm at home, I'm not in school, and you want to talk with me about something, we can always meet online. Okay, I think it's very convenient. Okay. Course website this year, we use Canvas, not Blackboard, which you already have access. The meeting time for this class will be Mondays and Wednesdays, 9 to 10:15. Because we meet only twice per week. We don't meet 3 times. So each time we meet a bit longer time. And the first class will be today, and last class will be December 7th. Okay. For all the lectures, we will meet in the Deep 2 Emulation Lab. We have live sessions. It will be in the dark room, 1152, which you visited the last class in 650 with me. And then we have a field project site, which will be the Deep 2 entrance lobby. I know you are familiar with that lobby. You passed by so many times, right? But you probably did not pay much attention of the lighting conditions inside. So we use that lobby as a course project for its easy accessibility, and also it's very familiar with us. We have all the drawings from the school. Okay. Right. The computer simulation, we are going to use AGI and a few other softwares I'm going to introduce to class later. So computer simulation, I plan to have them in the Archi Senior Lab. If the Archi Senior Lab has a class, conflicting class over there, so far none, but just in case, I can move you guys to Eaton Hall, to another classroom, but I have to do some arrangement. I prefer the Archi Senior Lab because you can stay there working on your project. You don't have to leave after the class time. Okay. Eaton Hall, if you meet over there, then you have to leave and come back to Archi Senior Lab for more computer simulation work. So for the Archi Senior Lab, it will be more convenient for you, since you can access all the time as a senior member. If anybody you don't have access using your student ID card to the Archi Senior Lab, let me know. I will get you access to that lab. Okay. All right. Course description. This is a daylighting class, so we don't talk more electrolighting than daylighting. We talk a lot of daylighting. We talk minimum electrolighting is necessary. So this course will cover daylighting design concepts, solar position, daylighting availability, sky luminance distribution models, daylight delivery methods, physical modeling, and the computer analysis techniques. Let me talk about the physical modeling. Physical modeling a few years ago was required because I asked everybody to make a small model, a section of your daylighting project, and then do a mock-up study in the dark room using an artificial sun. I have all those kind of equipment for you to use. Because of the COVID pandemic, so I put this optional in a few in the past 2 years. I did not require physical modeling. This year also put physical modeling as an optional choice to you. In case you are very good in physical modeling, you build scale models, you think that not difficult for you and you like to do it, yes, you can do it. And then I will help you to do all the physical modeling simulation, because this is really a like an advantages of our facilities in KU. Other universities, they do not have this kind of physical modeling simulation facilities like I have in my lab. So I want you to have access to it. But I make it optional just because first, you may not have time. Second, you may not know how to build a scale model. Third, you think computer modeling might be more advanced and more convenient to use. You do not need physical modeling. Then you don't have to use physical modeling. Okay, so this is totally up to you. And then we will also talk about the integration of daylighting and electrolighting controls, which will be the only part electrolighting will be involved. Okay. So remember, this is a daylighting class. I want you to do daylighting, not the electrolighting. I know you know how to do electrolighting very well, but we are going to do it daylighting, not electrolighting. Okay. Prerequisites. Everybody, I believe you have taken physics 212. If you are from architecture, in this case, we don't have any student from architecture side. If you are from architecture side, then you have to take the environment technology course 531. Or if you haven't taken anyone, I will review your qualification and then I may approve. Right? In this case, you have taken physics course. You also taken 650, so you feel free to join my class. Not a problem. Okay. Course topics, we have 6 topics. Daylighting concept, which will be the chapter 1, and then we will talk about the daylighting availability, delivery methods and controls, performance and evaluation and design, and then simulation and the design tools, and electro lighting integration and control. All 6 topics I think you need before you do a actual project in your company, in your work. Okay. Daylighting is more complicated than these 6 topics can cover, but I have limited time in this class, so I can only teach you 6 topics in detail, in all the details I think you need to learn. I think we will have a busy semester, but you can do it because those 6 topics are most useful topics. Okay. Objectives. Upon the completion of this daylighting class, I hope you will be able to apply the knowledge of daylighting and controls in lighting projects, lighting practice, use daylighting techniques, skills, and design tools in lighting practice, identify the criteria and for the selection of daylighting projects, evaluate the different types of the daylighting design and the applications, and examine the daylighting in existing buildings and its effect on lighting design, use tools, physical modeling, and the computer software simulation for daylighting, for designing a daylighting project. Here I said physical modeling. In case you do not do physical modeling, then you will not learn physical modeling, but you will learn computer software simulation. Okay, so I put the physical modeling here as an optional. In case you are very interested in physical modeling, then I will say, if you guys do not have time or the skills to make a scaled model, I do have a few scaled models from my previous class. Maybe you can just use them and then try to conduct some like a physical modeling in my lab, so you know how to do it later. Yeah, which can save you a lot of time, but you still learn how to do the physical modeling in the lab. You will also be able to design a daylighting solutions for daily space, like in the LEAP2 entrance lab. Okay. Course policies here, some like older studies. I mentioned this very similar stuff in my previous class, so I'm going to skip some of them, right? Class participations is very important because we will share a lot of materials in the class. In case you need to be absent from the class, either in person or online, you let me know ahead of time. I will try to open the Zoom simultaneously so you can still participate on Zoom. In case you have a job interview or any other activities, you even cannot participate on Zoom, not a problem. We will make you up later. I will give you some materials or you can preview some materials before you leave. Okay, so it's not a problem. I will try to accommodate your needs as much as I could. All right, submission on time. All assignments will be due on that due date. Most of them will be before class, except for a few assignments which will be due midnight. Okay. Late penalties will be 20% off per day, including weekends. That means after 5 days, then it will be 1% off. I won't give you any grade, but I will still be glad to review your assignments if you want me to do that, so I can give you comments. To avoid the late penalty, you just let me know ahead of time. You say, oh, I have something, I need the extension, and most likely I will grant that extension to you, right, if it's reasonable. Or if you have some situation, for example, COVID infection, then I will give you extension for sure, not a problem. I can even change my time schedule try to accommodate. For example, half of the class have a job interview someday. I will say maybe extend the whole class assignments, not just to that individual, but for the entire class for a few more days, like that. Okay. Textbook, like I mentioned, we have this textbook uploaded to Canvas. This is in PDF version. We do have the physical book, so you can also check out the physical book. I do have a newer textbook published 2020. I worked on both versions. Okay, so this one I just ordered to the library. I haven't received it yet. When I received it, you can check it out, because this will be a physical book, not a PDF. I will try to scan it to PDF and I can upload it to the Canvas, but it will take some time. Okay, if one of you willing to help me out to scan, that'd be great. But I don't require you to do that, right? I'm asking my graduate student to do that. Okay. We do have a few more reference books listed here. Some of them are very old, but they are the Bible for daylighting. For example, Hopkinson's Daylighting book. This is the Bible. I still use it from time to time today, because it has everything you need to know about the daylighting fundamentals. Okay, this one does not have any modern stuff like computer simulations. Why? Because it's too old, 1966, but it has all the fundamentals. And Hopkinson, he is one of the best daylighting experts in the whole world. He's one of my admired researcher. I still use a lot of his research results today. Okay, all the reference books are a little bit newer, but not that new, but most of them are published after 2000, so you still have access to them and make it available to them. Some of them we have access in PDF for a few chapters. For example, this IES handbook, I know you have access to this handbook in 650 class, but I did not upload every chapter because the handbook is so heavy. So I will ask you to check out the handbook from my lab if you want to check it, or you can just come to my lab to check it in the lab, in my innovation lab all the time. Peter Boy's book, this one is not the latest, this is the second version, but I think this will be enough for you. This is more like a human factors in lighting, including the lighting layer stuff. I have incorporated some of the materials from that book in the teaching materials, so you will have access to them. If you are interested to read this book, I have a few copies in my lab, so you can just check it out. Okay. Assignments, I have 5 take-home assignments this year. 3 of them will be individual work, A1 to A3, and A4 and A5 will be group assignments. I make it very clear on my assignment sheets later. Okay, all assignments will be submitted electronically to me, like you did before. This year, I tried to ask you to upload to the Canvas first. To be honest, I don't know how to do it because I never tried it. So if you don't know how to upload the assignments in Canvas and submit to me, you can always use the old way. You email me, it will be the same. So I will accept and grade it for you. Okay. Has anybody tried uploading some course assignments to Canvas before in other classes? So you know how to do it, right? Okay, good. You know better than me. I don't know how to do it. Then I know you should be able to do it. In case some technical configurations is not good, you cannot submit, let me know. I will try to fix it. Okay. For the group assignment, I know from my previous experience, you won't have equal contribution to the group project. So some students may have more contributions than other students. So I will ask you to have a group evaluation form. I already uploaded to the Blackboard. I mean, not Blackboard, to Canvas. Let me share with you the look of that group assignment evaluation form. So you will get a a feeling about it. Okay, so where is it? Evaluation. Yeah, group work evaluation. So I will ask if this is a group assignment. If it's individual, you have to use this. For group assignment, including A4, A5, and final course project, I will ask everybody to sign this form, not just a single student, and submit only one copy to me. Okay. For example, you put your name here. You discuss with your group and you decide which contribution everybody has. I expect to have excellent for everybody here. But in case somebody did not do any work, for example, did not participate in the contribution with 0, then I will ask somebody or a group member name shown here, and then in that case, I put a note here. In case evaluation of none, then I will have a follow-up investigation just to make sure it's not a mistake or miscommunication. Okay. Otherwise, you just sign here, right? So you agree with everybody your contribution on this group project. Do you have any questions for me about this group work evaluation form? No? Okay. All right. This group evaluation form, the results will be used to evaluate your personal grade for that group assignment, because everybody will have a grade, right? Not just a group grade, but of course the group grade will be your grade. If everybody has the same contribution, excellent, then your group grade will be the same as your personal grade. So for example, if everybody has excellent, then your personal grade for that group assignment will be 100% times the group grade. If it's very good contribution, then I will times only 90%. Okay. If it's average, it will be 80%. For example, if the group grade is 100 points, and one student have excellent evaluation, then you will get 100. If you have very good, you will get 90 points. If you have average evaluation, you will get only 80 points. If you have poor evaluation, you will get 60. If you have none, then you won't get any points. Okay. The evaluation is not actually to scale. For example, it's not like 100, 80, 60, 40, 20, 0. Why? Because I believe most students should be excellent or very good. I don't want you to be losing too many points. So I think you will be good to go. Okay. Is that reasonable to you? Okay, all right. You let me know if you think it's not reasonable. We still have time to change it. Okay. All right. Online quizzes, we have all the style online quizzes for this class too. So all the quizzes will be taken before that chapter starts, and you will need to preview the materials. And this time on the canvas, I put the list of the materials I hope you can preview before you take an online quiz. So you will see the details over there, right? The quiz will be taken within a time window like 1 week. After the deadline, it will be closed. You don't have any access to the online quiz anymore. And any missed online quiz will be graded 0. And I do not offer makeup online quizzes like I explained to you before in 6 video. Why? Because a makeup online quiz does not serve the purpose to preview the materials anymore. In case I do have some exceptions here. No makeup quiz will be given after due date, since a makeup quiz does not serve the purpose. This year, exception will be made for illness due to COVID-19 infection. In this case, I will give you some video materials so you can get the points back, but I won't get you a second chance to take that online quiz. Okay. Makes sense to you? Right. A final exam will be scheduled for this class on December 14th. It's a Wednesday, and the time will be 8 to 10. Okay. No makeup exam without concern from me, ahead of time. For example, if you have conflict and you cannot take that final exam, you let me know ahead of time. I will try to make a makeup final exam for you only. All right, so you can take it a little bit later. The final exam will be taken in person in the classroom. Unless something happens, then, for example, campus closed due to the weather, in that case, we will take it online. I don't know how can we take it online real time. I will try. Right? But most likely we will take it in person in the classroom. Okay, and the final exam will be comprehensive, covers everything in the class we talked about. Mostly will be chapter 1 to chapter 4, all the fundamentals. I will review them together with you later when it's time. So you can ask me any questions later. Okay. We do not have midterm exams in this year. Course project, we have a final group project this year. Before this year, I used to ask my students to complete an individual project. Last year, my class performance got a little bit too heavy workload. Each student got a lot of work to do. So this year, I decided to switch it to a group project instead of an individual project. Okay, hopefully you can work better and complete the project in a better performance because it's a group project. Okay. One course project is scheduled in the daily entrance lobby of LEAP 2 buildings to conduct a post-occupancy evaluation on its current daylighting and redesign its daylighting performance with improvements. Okay, two different goals. This is a group project unless otherwise directly in class, but I think it will be group project as we stated here. Students may team up for field measurement, post-occupancy evaluation, data collection and analysis, daylighting design and computer physical modeling, and the draft and final report of the course project. More detailed requirements of the course project will uploaded to Canvas on this link. The due date of the course project is December 8th, Thursday midnight. Okay, because December 9th, Friday, will be stop day. I do not want to extend beyond the stop day because we have other things to do. Stop day means stop day. Late penalty 20% off per day continuously, including weekends. But exceptions will be made for illness, emergencies, job interview, COVID infection, or other circumstances proven beyond your control. But you have to let me know ahead of time. Okay. If it's already past due, you don't tell me ahead of time. I will have difficulty to help you here because it's against the syllabus. Right. Extension of the final course project submission may be considered when a student is affected by COVID-19, but you need to let me know ahead of time. I do not want to extend the final course project to the exam week because you will be extremely busy in the exam week. But if you have COVID cases, we will talk about it, right? For example, I can extend maybe beyond the stop day or another solution for you. So we will talk about it. Depends on how serious symptoms you have and how the doctor suggests us to do. For example, if the doctor suggests us like you cannot do anything in a whole month, then I will say, yeah, we have to extend it before you beyond your recovery period. After you recovered, then you can pick up the work. Okay. Again, the final course project will have a group work evaluation form. I will need a signature from everybody submit it to me so I can give you personal grade based on that evaluation. Okay. Field trips. Yeah, this year our field trips come back. So I already received the word from Kansas City IS chapter. They scheduled the field trip on Thursday, November 10th. We are going to tour a few lighting projects in Kansas City area, like we used to do. We canceled this field trip due to the pandemic in the past 2 years. Now it's back. So I hope everybody can attend, but it's not required, it's optional. But I will suggest you and strongly recommend you to go because it's a very good experience. You will be show and tell. The actual design of the project will show and tell the project to you. You will be able to ask them questions, how the lighting project was designed, how a lot of functions was achieved. You won't regret on that trip. It's an excellent trip. I used to attend it every time when I do not have kids. These days I have some kids, so I will let you know if I can go or cannot go later, right? But I strongly recommend you to go. We have a second campus visit to the Debros Center. I think it's very close. And this trip will be scheduled in the class time. So everybody is required to go because we will go after we finish something in the class and then we just tour that building. I used Debros building as a final course project before in 1 year. I think it's back in 2018. It's an excellent site. It's just a little bit more work over there because they have a huge facade, glass facade on both sides. A lot of delineation penetrating through that space, and they have 2 stories. So a lot of more field work we need to do. So I did not use this project as my course project this year because I got only 8 students. If you have more students, I may consider to use this project as a group project in the future. But this trip, we will finish it in maybe in half an hour, is required to everybody because this will be in the class time. Okay, I will ask you to come to the class. We will tour that building. So I will show you some problems and the analysis or good design of the building over there. Okay. Course grading scales, we use A, B, C, D, F. We don't use plus, minus. It's other courses they may use. Why? Because I think A, B, C, D, F is reasonable enough. For example, A plus, A minus, A plus I believe should be 94 or more. Over 100, so you'll get an A plus, and you will get only A minus below 94. And then in your GPA calculation, it will be a bit different. So I will still use A to F scale this year, like we used to use in the Archie 650. Okay, grading component and the percentages here. We have 5 assignments, so each assignment will have 8%. So you will get 8 points, and then we have totally 40 points for all the assignments. Online quizzes, we have only 4, so 2.5 points. For each quiz, you will get in total 10 points. Final exam will be 20 points. Course project will be 26 points. Professionalism will be 4 points. So if you add all of them together, it will be 100 points. I do offer extra points for the field trips. If you go to Kansas City field trip, you will get 2 more points. If you attend the Debros Center trip, you will get 1 point. So maximum 3 points, and you will get possibly 1 or 3% out of this class. Okay. Do you have any questions about this grading component or percentages? Okay, good. Right. Being professional in this class is very important. So professionalism includes class attendance, being active in class discussions, being proactive and responsible in course learning, active participation in group work, submission on time, being neat, legible, logical, and concise in homework and the final course project report, etc. I will evaluate your performance in class to get you a point for the professionalism. Most of the students will get either 3 or 4. Okay, so don't worry too much about it. Academic integrity policies. This is the old statement I used every year here. I just added the link because you change the link I do have something here is required by the dean's office, because they found that more and more students used a cheating tool called EdTech services, which is not allowed. So I put some words here. You can read it. In our class, we will have some similar course project assignments, so you're really not supposed to use some work from the previous year, from previous students last year. But for the final project exams, there will be, for the final exams, there will be totally new questions. So I will make those new questions when it's time for me. Okay. Course schedules. Today, we will introduce the syllabus, and then after that, I will introduce the course project. If this is an in-person class, I will take you to the LEAP2 lobby and then show and tell, and then take some photos. I will still do it when it's time. For example, next week sometime, I will still take you downstairs and we go to that space, because this is very important and very helpful. But today, since I'm teaching online, so I will just show you some pictures we took last year, and then I will introduce that space to you, and then we will do it again in person next week. Okay. For the course project, I put some notes here. It will be due Thursday, midnight, December 8th. The computer model will be due earlier. It will be due November 7th, Monday. It's a group project. Okay. We will mention this again and again in class, so you won't miss it. First chapter, we have 3 classes. Starting from Wednesday, right? And your first online quiz, I believe, is available to you right now. It will be due before Wednesday, this coming Wednesday. So you have only 2 more days to take. I'm sorry for this short notice, because we don't have a whole week for the first quiz. So go take it after class today or tomorrow, so you won't miss it. Right? The first online quiz, the first take-home assignment A1 will be due September 7th, I'm sorry, on Wednesday, right? This is before the class starts. Chapter 1 will cover the data sources, characteristics, benefits, challenges, design, and we will do a case study. When I say case study, I mean I uploaded it to the course modules, chapter 1, right? If you go to chapter 1, you see I uploaded a lot of famous lighting deleting projects in the world. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of them. I will ask each one of you pick one project. Let me actually go to the A1 to read what I ask you to do. Okay. So A1, I ask you to here, subtask number 1, our presentation of an existing deleting project in the world provided, right? You need to select and read a single lighting project. You don't have to read more than one from the collection, and then you try to answer these questions. What is this project about? Where is it? Where is the project site? Of course, it may not be applicable to every single case study. For example, some of them is not about the project. For example, some of them about a device, tube deleting device. Some of them about some policy. Let me see. A guide to deleting success. This is not the actual project, so you don't have a site for that case study. So in that case, you say it's not applicable for your case study. Right? It's not a problem. And then when was it completed? If this is a real actual project, and who designed it? If you have that information from that reading materials. If not, then you just say you don't have the information. The second group of questions include what are deleting devices and the strategies were used in that project? What do you really like, and what do you really dislike, and why? Tell me. For example, you may see some daylighting design devices are really well designed, excellent solutions over there. You really love them. Then you just tell me why you love them, and then what kind of benefits you think those devices can have. Most of them already stated in that case study. Then you just need to interpret it a bit more and then tell me, right? Don't keep it very long, because this is just a brief assignment. So I hope you can finish talking about it like in 5 minutes in class. Okay, even shorter than that. Don't keep it like very long, because you don't have to. Of course, if you really have a lot to say, I will be so glad to read them for you. It's not a problem. Okay, right. One requirement for this case study is that since each one of you pick only one project, you need to tell me which one you pick, and then I will tell other people this one has been picked. And then other people, they need to take a different one, right? So first come first serve. You tell me which one, and then you tell me. I will tell other people this is for you. No other students will take it. Yeah. I did have a situation last year. Two students that really loved one case study, and that was very complicated. They want to share it. Yeah, I agree. Not a problem. You share it. But I prefer you do individual reading, because focus will be a better strategy. Right? If you really want to share one case study you think is worth it, yeah, no problem. You tell me, and you go ahead. Not a problem. Okay. Right. So that's for the A1. We actually will talk about this again on Wednesday, because we are talking about syllabus right now, not the assignment A1. So let me go back to the syllabus. Right. And then chapter 2 will talk about daylight availability. We will do some very simple calculations for the solar position. And we will also talk about the luminance distribution model developed by CIE. CIE, do you still remember what is CIE? Oh, you forgot about it. Okay. CIE is a French word. I don't know how to speak in French, so I will tell you the English. CIE is International Commission of Illumination. That's a illumination association for the entire world. So CIE is bigger than IS. But people here in the United States, we participate more activities in IS. We participate less in CIE, but it doesn't mean like we don't participate. No, we do. CIE activities is very active. There are very active activities over there. They have meetings every year around the world. During the pandemic, I cannot go anywhere, so I did not participate in any of them. But I know some Asian colleagues of mine, they participate in a lot of those CIE meetings. CIE also have a lot of publications, technical publications, very good publications. I will share with you some of them from time to time, when I think it's necessary for you to know. Okay. Chapter 3 will be a heavy chapter because we have a lot to talk. So I put more classes here. Daily dealing method and the controls. One challenge in here will be the shading masks. Shading masks and how to make a shading mask is a little bit challenging, which is actually one of the emphasis of this class. Because if you know how to make a shading mask, you are a daylight expert. Okay. It's similar to the electrolyte in 650 I told you before. If you know how to read photometry, you know photometry, you are electrolyting expert, right? And here in daylighting, if you know shading mask, you know how to make a shading mask, you are a daylighting expert. Because making a shading mask, you have to know a lot, okay? So this chapter will focus on that. And then chapter 4 will be the daily performance evaluation and design. This one we will focus on the design side. On the evaluation side, you will have some calculations necessary, but not too complicated. Daily calculation is actually very, very complicated for a lot of researchers because they are brand new field. And then for teaching purposes, I do not want you to get involved too deep in calculations. So I will already I already made a calculation Excel sheets for some of them, and then I will have some online calculation tools like a calculator online you can use. So I will try to make your life easier. But in this class, we do learn how to do manual calculations. Right? Why? Because I want you to know how to do manual calculations, at least in this class. And after you graduate from a class, you probably will never use hand calculations anymore because we have a lot of calculators on it. But I need you to understand the fundamentals. Okay. Right. And then next chapter will be the final project, and then we will have the chapter 5. After that, daily performance simulation design tools. This will be basically computer simulation AGI. I will also have an optional scale model study for the class. If you are interested, yeah, join me. I do hope the class can be interested. At least use existing models from previous year. We do some testing in my laboratory, which is excellent opportunity for you to learn physical modeling. These days, a lot of lighting companies, they rely on the computer simulations for the lighting because of a lot of reasons. First, computer simulation of the lighting is more convenient and very easy to change. For example, if you want to do simulation on different dates, for scale model is also convenient. You can just simulate different date. But how about you want to evaluate different lighting design strategies? For example, different lighting design devices. Then you have to make different models. Or if you find that one solution is not that optimal, you want to do some minor adjustment. Then your physical modeling is not that easy. You have to remake some accessories, the model parts. It will take time, but for computer simulation, it's so easy. You can just adjust it in computer simulation. So it's just very easy to do. That's why. A second reason why the lighting companies, they stopped doing physical modeling not so frequently because they do not have the facilities to do the physical modeling like we have in the laboratory. They don't have the heliodome lighting simulator. They do not have some artificial sun. They do not have overcast sky like we used to have. Why? Because those facilities are very expensive. Okay, a lot of companies that cannot afford it. But we will have opportunities to learn because my lab has both. Okay. And after that, we reserved 2 classes for the final course project presentation and review. I will ask the entire class to give a group presentation, right? You can take maybe up to 20 minutes or longer if you need. And then I will give you comments for changes, and then you will submit your revised final project report to me by December 8th, midnight. Because your A5 is actually a pilot design of your final course project. So like we did before in 650. So you will have the chance to improve it. Okay. And after that, a stop day, and then that's the end of the semester. We will have the final exam scheduled on December 14th. Let me, I forgot about it. Let me double check. Yeah, December 14th, Wednesday. Okay, I will meet you in classroom over there on time. We do not have classes on a few days because of Neighbor Day holiday, September 5th, Monday. And we also don't have classes during the fall break and Thanksgiving break. Thanksgiving break, we missed 2 classes, November 23rd and November 25th, Wednesday and Friday. So that we actually don't have Friday class, so I made a mistake here. Is that the November 25th a Friday? So since we never have Friday classes, so we have only November 23rd cancelled. Okay, right. So we have only one. So we need to get rid of this November 25th. Okay, so that's the syllabus. Do you have any questions for me for the syllabus? You're good? Okay, right. If you have any questions for me, you can either email me or ask me next class, or you can talk with me on Zoom sometime later, right? Because that's the best way to talk with me on Zoom, right? So we are going to preview the course materials we from last year. I do not believe I uploaded those photos took last year. Why? Because taken last year. Why? Because I did not expect we will meet online today. I expected we will meet in person before yesterday. So let me show you what kind of photos we took last year. Actually, before last year. So this is the space. I know you are familiar with it, right? So this space has a curved window wall from the floor to the ceiling, which is very high, and it's curved. It's not a straight line, and that makes the design a little bit difficult because the curved surfaces will have different solar position and sunlight incident angle on each portion. For example, for this portion, it will be more facing to the east. And for another section on the right side, it will be more facing to the southeast. So you will have different solar availability or sun availability. So your daily design will be a bit different. We have shades. Did you see here? Horizontal shades. We also have the vertical shade, or we call it a vertical fin, F-I-N, to make it different from the horizontal shade. We can also call it a vertical shade. It doesn't matter because it's also vertical shade. They are everywhere across the window, right? So they are supposed to function like a shading device to providing shading to this space, but apparently it did not do a very good job. Here, did you see the sun still penetrating through? If you see here close to the window using a laptop computer, you will have glare. Or if you read over there, you may also have glare on the books, or you have some other issues, right? But otherwise, you got a lot of daylighting coming to this space. You have tons of daylighting, so it's not a problem, right? And this window wall has another specification, is that it's facing to the east or southeast, so you will not have direct sunlight in the afternoon. Make sense? Because the sun will move to the other side, to the west side, so you will not have direct sunlight come to the space. So if you want to observe this space for daylighting performance, you have to be there in the morning. Afternoon, you still have daylighting, but the daylight will come from the sky, not from the sun directly. The daylight will also come from the reflected surfaces. For example, Eaton Hall has a few like areas over there, the wall areas. Some of them will reflect daylight more than other surfaces. Even a few surfaces they will give you high contrast of the sunlight, which may cause glare, but it depends, right? And let me go to the second pictures here. So this is the same space, but a different view, right? Then let's go to another one. I want you to pay attention to this sunlight come to this space. When you have a higher sun, like in late morning, this sunlight will have an angle different from the morning, because if you have a sun just coming above the roof over there, you will have a sunlight penetrating like this way, so the angle will be different. Okay, this angle is called the prof angle. I will talk about this later when we talk about the dilating knowledges in chapter 2. Right. We do have another window here on this top, but I used to exclude this window from your simulation, but it's up to you. If you want to keep it, you keep it, right? We will limit the project scope inside this entrance lobby, so anything besides the door here will not be covered in the project, because I don't want you to make a very complicated computer model. Okay. This is another view. Right, we do have the sunlight coming through this windows area here too, and this area. So we have a lot of daylight in that space. This picture shows you the ceiling of this entrance lobby. They do have the ceiling recessed downlight over there, and those downlight, they are not LEDs. They are what I call it, the I forgot. Let me see. I can open it. Let me see. I do have the information over there, and then let me see. Project. Right. Final project, deleting performance simulation, delivery merchant controls, maybe here. Shooting mouse keys. Shooting mouse PDF. Chapter 4, design. Maybe here. I uploaded them to the backboard. To the Canvas, so you will have the access to it. So let me just find it for you. Which is maybe I put it as changing procedure. Let me see, what is this? I do have them. I can open it from my folder and then let you know later, right? Because it's more convenient for me here. Teaching 2022-4 course materials. Maybe should be project here. Need to show the design procedure. Some posture. We need to know be. Existing solutions, right? So right here. So we do have a few information already uploaded to the back to the Canvas. You can access it. I will show you a way to find it, right? So we have the downlight. They are not LED. They are the induction lamps, right? So induction lamps we talked about in 650. They are bulky, but they have very long life. That's why they are still popular for some applications, right? So the window glass materials is low glass with a LSG value 1.46, right? Lighting to shading, I mean the ratios for that window is 1.46. I will talk a little bit more about this when we come to that stage. Okay, you will understand what's the benefit of that. So let me go to that website to try to find it. I don't. I should have put it under some locations. Shooting mask pages in the final project. Not most
وغير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد
maybe here, let me see. 13 quiz A4. Useful to me. Yeah, it's right here. Downlighting and low E glass in lobby area. And then that's the material I just showed you, right? So I upload it here, so you have the information if it's necessary to be used. Okay, all right. Then let's go back to my pictures to show you a little bit more. Those downlights, they're having the problem is like they are not well controlled. When you go to the space to evaluate, have a personal tour of that space, you will see those lights, they are not turned off, all of them, all the time. A few of them are still on, most of them are on, even with a lot of daylight in that space. And you do not have a switch in the lobby area because the switch is in a control panel locked in a equipment room, which against the code. I tell you the truth, which is against the code. But anyway, we had this problem. Of course, you can double check in that space and see what's the problem in that space as you can find, right? And then let's go to other pictures, see if I can tell you a bit more. Yeah, this space from the east entrance, you have a window on the top. You can use this in your computer modeling, or you can plug it, because I want you to focus more on the code window, but I will leave this to you, right? A few students in last year class, they have this window because they want more data to come into space. Yeah, I think it's okay. Maybe you can build this window in your model, so you can have more daylight simulated, which can be compatible with the field measurement later we are going to conduct. Okay. We do have a statue, a sculpture, a sculpture over there. This one is a floating metal piece of art. This one is used to diffuse and scatter the daylight coming to the space. Sometimes it works, right? So you were talking about this sculpture or a piece of art, what do we call it, in your evaluation later, and see what kind of problems you may find it, or what kind of benefits you may find from this piece of art. This is, to me, this is more like a engineering style piece of art. I think it matches the space, which is good, but you may still find something different from typical like daily space. So you pay attention to that, right? Copy. They are dark copy, right? So dark copy, they will have less light refraction, but this is only for this portion. On other side of the space, you will have a lot of like concrete floor, which will have a little bit higher refraction, but also will give you a mirrored image of the outside, which may cause confusion and glare in a severe condition, like if you have a dark sunbeam shining on the floor, you may have some glare, right? Of course, if you don't look at it directly, you won't have any problem. For a cloudy day, like this day, you don't have any problems for this kind of floor refraction because it's a cloudy day. We do have supplemental electrolyting in this space. In addition to those downlights, right, you have the column-mounted wall scans, and we have a lot of fluorescent tube lights across the deep space. You also need to pay attention to that. Let me see what else you may be interested to know. Yeah, deep space. Deep space, these lights, I believe they're on all the time. We also have something like this, right? So you will pay attention. Our scope of space actually will be starting from here. You see these two students standing over there. This will be one corner. So our space will cover the deep space and also the daily space. I will show you the actual scope when we do the physical measurement, or when we tour the space next Monday, hopefully it's scheduled, right? We also have this kind of shining city-mounted light, which may or may not be a good idea. It's up to you. You decide. I personally think it has benefits. It may have drawbacks, right? Those linear layout of the light across space is preferred for the deep space by the designer, which works. Right? But you may have different opinion. You don't have to agree with me on everything because you are the designer of your own project, right? So that's the space. Okay. On this coming Monday, we will tour this space in person together with me. So you will have more personal feeling about this space. Before that, I ask you if you have the chance to stop by the lobby, why not just sit over there, relax for maybe say 10 minutes and see, look around you, see what you can find in terms of the daily performance. Did you see anybody complain about the sunlight, or they enjoy it, or when they pass by, they even don't stop, or they stopped over there for some time and weigh the typical foot traffic, because those information will be necessary for design later. We have to design lighting and lighting to accommodate the foot traffic in that space, which will be very useful. Okay. Right. So I think that's an introduction to this space too. Do you have any questions for me about this brief introduction based on the pictures? No? Okay. Then do you have any questions for me today before we close this online meeting? You don't have questions for me too? Okay, good. Right, hopefully you have enjoyed. Then on Wednesday, we will meet on Zoom again. We will start the actual lecture. So I hope to see everybody on time. And before Wednesday, your first online assignment will be due. I will send you an email to remind everybody. Okay, you will need to preview the materials. Let me actually go to the online quiz sheet, see if I can show you something. If we go to chapter 1, go to online quiz, right? You click on online quiz, you will see some information necessary. I give you a requirements section, so I ask you to read those materials. If you don't have time, at least read the slides and the textbook. For example, if you don't have time, read other reference books, at least to read those, because the questions were made based on those materials, right? And I also have a notes, like I already explained to you, what will be the requirements for online quizzes, so you understand a bit more here, okay? We have 7 questions here, and then you can start to take it, and after you finish, you will know the results. And I did not set a time limit, so you can take it at any time, whatever length of the time you want. But after you submit, it's done. You cannot submit it twice. Say you submit yesterday, you want to make up and submit again. I did not give you that option because I think it's enough, just one time. Okay, but you can wait till you are ready to submit, and then you submit it. Make sense to you? So any questions for me for the online quiz? For this first one? No? All right. Then I will meet everybody on Wednesday. I still online on Zoom here. I hope you will enjoy the first week of the semester. Okay? Right. I will see you later. Yeah, bye.